Check nine, check nine.
From the red zone now, Watson. Being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
Let him know, let him know.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
This is it. 19. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check Mike, check Mike.
Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second and goal, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, third and goal.
24. Kill, 26. Bang, 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 bang. 24. Flare. Alert.
Out of the gun, Watson. Now he'll escape to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Put on. 180. I'm coming after you.
The first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, 18. 55, Mike, 55. Switch. Hey, I need one over here. Hey, Foxtrot.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
180. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Red, up. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike 55. Right there in the middle.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, no, it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Check. Crunch. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. Man, I got you. Red, up. Shit. Joker.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Mike's 56. Arnie. Hey, alert. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Don't let him breathe.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Hey, 59. Check 50. Check 50. 59. He's checking. Crash. Switch.
Watson now to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check that. 19. Check 53's Mike. It's a party now. Let him go.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Out of the gun, Trubisky trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 7. 56. Check 56. Oh, here we go. Oh. 56. Mike.
Now it's Trubisky. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
53. 53. Mike. Record. In the car.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to fire you up. Don't get nervous.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line.
Alert!
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the slant. Check the backer.
Alert!
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch out. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
Alert! Lock in.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they work this out past the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
180!
So we got man. 55. Push him back. Pushing back. Back. Slam.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Everyone, you got four down. Check 27. Eyes on 27. Switch.
18. Hey, 18. Hey, Delta.
Motion. 24 is the mic. Who that?
Again, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Heavy, what you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's coming.
Move.
We got double up.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Watson. He's got a first down and more past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Watson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. To the air yet again, Watson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Browns drive about to get started. A new life now following the late turnover, and maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Hey, Steve 6.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky, he sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
55 is my guy, 55. Rip right, rip right. Right, 50.
On 1st down, Trubisky gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Watch the ship, man. Watch the ship, watch the ship.
Now Trubisky to throw. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, Buck.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He's scared. Out. 36.
They run with Hunt. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Showing it. Showing it.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
54.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, 59.
Shoot. Watch the shoot. Let's go.
Time to go.
Now it's Watson. Open man is Ross, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
54.
It's just me and you. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Rush in.
25.
Rush in. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Hey, 24. 75.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Good set. 19.
59. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They will run again with Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Alert, alert.
It's 4th down.
Alert.
Hurry. Mike 59.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. Now he's forced out right. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Sione Takitaki. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Houston. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Lock in, lock in. Check the call, check the call.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's Jamie Gillendown. He's been terrific so far. This will be taken at the 10. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check 24.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Check 99. Check 99.
On second down, here's Watson. Got a man open. It's Ross. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Coleman. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tevin Coleman. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for two.
53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check 59. Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Now a first down throw. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a give right side, Coleman. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. No chance. Mike's 59.
On first down, it's Watson. And this is Shepard on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Watson. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, 31. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Time to go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Sterling Shepard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defense.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
We better not.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Watch tight. Tight ends. Alert. Got four down. He's red.
Now it's Trubisky. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Motion. Move. Under 10. Hatchet.
Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You think you won't get there?
24 is the mic. Move. Here we go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack.
It's 3rd down.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Watch 85. Single. Alert. 40 seconds the mic.
Now it's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, ball. Check back 47. Good. Tight dog. Hey, 18. Check.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Set. 19. Go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Texans, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.